Come on, guys.
Go!
There we go. We got there eventually, yeah. And there's a lot going on, and we've got a bad camera angle, but yeah, Pixel, he is in the lead already. Neffel got a really bad start. Motocrosser is also fighting hard against Justin in that race. They go too wide into turn 2, and Motocrosser came very tight to the apex there, but lost a bit of speed.
On this soft, but yep.
Snacks a lot, getting it wrong. Third last corner, yeah, Triton gets past him. He goes around the outside in the penultimate corner. And Eversnaxalot is dropping back here. And yeah, enemy killer, aka Eversnaxalot, gets it wrong there. That was exactly the same issue he had last lap. He ran wide there on the third last corner of the track. And Adams does go up the inside there. And I think Adam's going to get DRS as well. Yeah, he does indeed, yeah.
Timo gets also DRS. Is he going to make a move here?
It looks like he is. He's going to go down the inside. And he's going to keep it tight to the apex. Eversnaxalot might try for the switchback, but I don't think he's got enough in the tank to do so. Yeah, I'm running here with Keeper Magnuson. He's guarding that inside line for turn 1. He didn't have DRS there, but he's got 3 cars behind him that did have DRS, and Satoshi was one of them. And he's running side by side by Satoshi right now. Satoshi has that inside line, but is Keeper going to be able to pick it around the outside? It is going to be difficult. But
yeah, Satoshi's got it, I think.
Oh no!
I think Contender must have had some kind of damage or something, because he started on hard, and he's gonna get their hammer here on the main straight easily. Done with DRS. He just a little bit of wiggle there, maybe to say hello or something else.
Oh, sorry, side by side Durhammer and Canopus through turn 2. Durhammer is not giving up though, and runs Canopus out wide. Oh, it's just Vinny is out. What has happened?
What's happened there?
Oh, yeah, I can see what that's happened, and I can tell you exactly what's happened. He's hit that curve, and it's spat him out into the barrier. Yep, Keyboard is all over him.
It wasn't the best of starts. Keyboard got a great start.
Yeah.
So he's gonna challenge him into turn 1, is he? I'm getting really terrible camera angles, but what's happening here? So too wide into turn 1. Keeper makes on the outside, but he has to yield, I think. Yep.
He'll go for the switchback low, but he gets a little bit of a twitch on.
And Adam gets Triton at the background. So Adam up to P4.
Yeah. Triton going on the inside. Oh, enough Adam. A tight one there. It looked like there might have been a bit of contact, but
they're gonna go too wide into this corner.
And Triton gets squeezed off, and it's a brave move, and he gets his front wheel tagged, and he manages to save the car.
And Timo once again gets a little bit of a scruffy exit, but is he close enough this time?
I think he might be, yeah. I think he's gonna go for it, but Keyboard guarding the inside line, and Keyboard
go around the outside, and I think Timo is gonna get DRS again, but is he close enough to try and dive into turn 2?
Yeah, he's hanging in there. He lasted the late breakers, and Keyboard's sticking in there as well.
Oh!
Bit of contact sends Timo not too wide. I think Timo, these camera angles are absolutely terrible.
Kender is right on the outside there now as well, but he runs wide, so has to yield there. No.
Triton got a big, massive tank slapper on coming out of the final corner.
Right, and Triton is going to be really close this time, is he?
Yeah, this is his best chance yet. He goes down the inside. So Adam has not guarded that inside line, which he has done previously and successfully, but Adam getting the switch back.
Gets a bit of Adam just loses traction out of turn 1, and I think he has to yield now, so Triton is finally through.
I think he was teasing the guys behind, but he's off to a great start, yeah. And
that's a good start.
Yeah, that's a much better start this time, restart this time.
Timo on Adam.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get the move done. Adam going defensive into turn 1.
And they kind of cuts back across there, so it was really dangerous what Adam did there. And I think Timo does manage to get this move finally done, so Timo up to P5.
Pixel round the final corner, goes across the line, and P1 does
drop to second though.
Does a bit of a wiggle, and yeah, McKender wins this race. What a performance from the reserve. McKender.
And Adam gets P3.
Adam.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another week of SLR Tier 2 racing. A bit of a change in the mics this week. It's myself, Tipsy Bob, sitting in for Bailey, and my trusty, I don't want to call him assistant because he's equally epic in his own measurements, Mr. Triton is filling in for Bance. Hello, Triton.
Hello. Well, I have to disagree with on equal terms because Mr. Tipsy, you are quite a man in itself. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, it's just good to be back. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm very rusty at this, so
It's all right,
bear
man.
with
So
me.
am I. It's been a while since I done these Formula One streams. People may remember I used to do the tier 2 ones all the time with my dude, Mr. Bance. But of course, I have been vacant for a while. AWOL.
What about that other guy you used to do with last season? I think
Who?
that one random guy from America, but you know.
Oh, Mr. Triton. Yes. Oh, don't worry. I haven't
was
forgot
gonna
about
say,
you. No, I was getting to it. I was getting to that. Look, we're only begun, and you're giving me flack already. Goodness sake.
Mr. Tipsy, here's the thing. We gotta let the viewers know that we gotta let them know that we have this sort of dynamic about us. So
There's a bit of tension there, but
just a bit of tension.
just a bit. Yeah. So we are, as we said, back here commentating for probably a one-off. I think the normality will be restored next week, all being well. But before we really kick into the action here, if people in the chat can let us know, of course, you know what I'm going to say, the audio levels. How's everything coming across there? Is everything nicely balanced? For me, the sound audio for the game is a little bit loud. It's a bit distracting, but give us a little heads up in the chat. I have my other assistant. I've got the whole team here today. I've got Mrs. Kitsuna, as people call her, Mr. Bob. What? No, sorry, Mrs. Bob.
Mrs. Bob. I was
Yeah.
gonna say I thought you were Mr. Bob. Is
Yeah,
there something else we need to know about?
Yeah, hang on. Well, as you said, we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, we have an announcement after. Anyways.
We'll play that, or are we say in Ireland? We'll play that by ear. Yeah, so get the requests in. Get the request. It sounds like it's a radio station. Welcome to 98.5 FM. Yeah, any info you want to know, guys, or anything you want to let us know, give us a heads up on the chat. Get it in the chat, and Kitsune will let me know.
I'm being told that the audio is quite good, so that's good
Quite
news.
good. It doesn't help that Eddie's barking in the background.
Eddie wants to be part of the team as well. is what's
Apologies about
happening.
that, ladies and gentlemen. See, I normally
I'm sure
have. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that a dog barking is the least of our worries. That is probably a good thing. Because he doesn't like dogs.
If he does continue, I'll tell Kitty to go and give him a good kick up with a, you know what. Let me just put on the record, we have a lot of
PETA
love
would
for
like to know your location. Tipsy, but
Who?
PETA.
Oh yes. Oh, I know who you mean. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, hopefully he will stop that. And I know my trusty sidekick here, Mrs. Bob, is listening. So if he does continue to keep barking, can you stop him, please? Because I can still hear him, and it's a bit distracting. Anyway,
We have a race to
we
commentate.
have a
I
race to
think.
commentate on.
Yeah.
So,
This-
well, what I would like to say, right? So, hang on, who we're on? Who's on an outlap? So we're nicely on board. Who's Vinny? We're on board with Vinny.
is
So
he making his comeback? I thought he was gone.
I thought he was gone too, but Vin is in the comeback, and everyone knows that whenever Vinny's on track, something always happens. Let's
Maybe
put it
this
like
is
that.
the day. Maybe this is the day. I've seen him do good in Belgium in the past. So
Yeah.
this is the day for Mr. Vinny. So
But what we do have, right? Because I was asked to show this because they're very proud of it, right? Is this little tire strategy? So let me see if that works. So I have activated it, but I can't necessarily see it. So Mr. Triton, if you can see it on the stream, if
I
you
will
can
try and
relay
take a
what we are seeing. Oh wait, I think I'm seeing.
yes, I can see it here. So the quickest strategy around Belgium is quite simple. It's one stop soft medium. You're going to be wanting to pit around lap 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the inverted strategy, although from experience I can tell you it's not. I'm not a fan of it. But
Yeah, that's
it is
the medium to
possible.
soft, yeah.
And then we have the medium to soft, and then we have the much slower and very, very bad, if I must say, the Ferrari strategy, as Justin has spun off on the towards Stavolo, but yeah, we'll come back to that. But the slower strategy, which is probably like worst case scenario, you get damage early on. One stopper, which is lap 4 around there, whatever. You go from softs to hards, but there should be no instance where you use the soft tires here, in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, that is our strategy, so thank you for the graphics.
Alright, they should be off now, I think, all being well.
They were there, so they should be off.
So, whilst you were giving us that fantastic strat and talk, Kitty was sorting out the dog. So, hopefully he'll not raise his little head again. Yeah. So, as you were saying here, Triton, one-stop strategy, pretty much the super soft to the medium, is generally the strategy we would like to see. Well, not like to see. We'd like to see all types of strategies. We want to see a complete mixture, as they say. Variety is the spice of life. And I'm hoping for a little bit of variety here. Yeah, who was the winner the last time out? I forget me, I didn't say. I
believe it was McKender, but he...
Oh yes, that's right. I just played the highlights. You would think I would have known that. Yes, McKender.
Yeah, I know because I was there.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know. Don't worry.
Yeah, that was in the Hungary race.
Yeah, I made just a quick appearance because I needed some practice for the 2S race, which did not go to plan. But yeah, it was a good race from him. I remember I saw him. He was just hanging in the back, kind of letting Pixel and Justin fight out for the win, and they had penalties, and he just kind of brought it home in the end. So well done to him. I don't think, yeah, he's not here, unfortunately. Yes.
So who is that? Inferno Koi. I just got the tail end of that on the stream, just right in front of Wimpy. We've lost Inferno Koi coming out of that midsection, that downhill braking zone. He must have got maybe a little bit too much of curb, and into the wall he went, and he's lost his front wheel. So that is Inferno Koi qualifying session over. That's Vinny gets a little bit sideways, so that's very unfortunate for him, because I've been kind of championing him anytime I do watch him, or if anytime I have streamed, that Inferno Koi is a very consistent racer.
Oh dear, as we
Yes.
got, sorry to interrupt you, we got another spin. That's the Inaudible was starting his lap, and he
yes.
he spun out there, so yeah, he's got a pit again. That's one gone as Kutender. He gets out of the way for Kutender, who sets the fastest lap of the session ahead
Tipsy's,
of Timo.
Tipsy. Wimpy, should we move up to P6 here, isn't he? Oh, no, P4.
That is a fantastic
Wimpy
lap.
is a kind of like a dark horse recently in the Formula 1, because I mean, whenever Wimpy first came on the scene, he was like completely new to any type of racing, especially the Formula 1. Got himself, of course, involved in a few incidents, but that's to be expected whenever you're learning. But he's kind of just slowly just been constantly grinding at this game, and he's getting these times down now. He's getting the pace is increasing, and he just needs a bit more consistency to get those the race results. We got a yellow in sector 1 and 3. To whom bees that?
I think that is the Hasses are slowing down a bit just to give some space. But other than that, we should be good. Right now, I'm on board with Nicolaitis, who is getting a lovely little slipstream from his teammate. So Renault seem to know what they're doing. That is probably worth a couple tenths here, because of how powerful with the DRS or a DRS slipstream is.
Apologies, Speedy. I didn't actually realise that. Speedy was, as I would say, with my family, cracking the beans about not getting the full track map. So apologies, Speedy.
Oh,
you know I'll do anything for you, Speedy. Have you noticed whenever Mr. Timo watches this back, because Mr. Timo will watch this back because he is that vain, he'll want to see how he get on. Notice that you don't see anybody in the chat looking for tires, because I'm all over that. I'm all over it. Oh, we got Julian, the legend, Mr. Julian. Hola amigos, he says in chat. Hello Julian, welcome to the stream. No stranger to these Formula 1 streams, but I'm still on board with Nickelodeus here after that, to see if he really get any benefit from that slipstream from his teammate, and probably I think it is his close friend Canopoulos, the two Greek fellas, as Nickelodeus crosses the line and doesn't improve. So
He does improve a little bit.
Oh, a fraction. Yeah.
Yes, still getting up to pace. So, and it is Belgium. It's very, very, very easy to overtake here, as opposed to last week in Hungary, which is one of the hardest tracks to overtake on, aside from maybe like Monaco or what you call it, Singapore. Well, Singapore is a little bit easier, but yeah, Hungary is it's a tough one. This here, as I don't know what happened there. Canopus was pulling out of the slipstream. Now they were kind of switching off slipstream there. Canopus nearly went into the back of his teammate, but luckily they sorted that out.
Yeah, I'm just watching here Motocrosser. I'm not really sure what's going on between him and Joel. Oh, Joel's on his outlap. Oh, Joel's way off track. Woo! On his outlap. That's not the last thing you want to do.
Joel, come on, lad. You gotta move out of the way here.
Yeah, but Joel's on an outlap as well. So
no, he's not. No.
Hey,
I don't
what's
know
going
what
on
happened.
here?
Yeah, no, they're both on an outlap. Yeah, I think Crosser was trying to. Okay, is this gonna be invalid?
Not quite
I don't
sure.
know what he's doing. Okay, he's good. Oh, he crashed. His game was.
That's what happened to Moto.
So that might be his quality over. Right now, we're gonna see the final laps in. So Timo's on his outlap. Contender is just leaving the pits. So I did not do a hot lap today. That's okay. No, I would. I was gonna say I kind of want to just keep an eye on things this week and see what's happening as Der Hammer retires in P15. So I think did he? Oh, he's in the pits. So
Contender is setting up his hot lap, his final lap. So is Timo. So who's on a lap? So Canopoulos and Justin are on their laps before these guys. So I'll keep an eye.
Canopoulos is pulled over. He's charging up. Justin is about to begin his lap.
So it's Canopoulos who will probably see first. Then Canopoulos is already up 3/10 on just at the first sector. Let's say.
I think Canopoulos is done. I'm not too certain, but
no, on my screen he's on it. Oh, you're right. Actually, it's
he's got no battery. Yeah, so it's Justin right now who's crossing the line now to start. He's charged up. He's doing another lap on the softs, which you can do, but I think he invalidated, which might save some life. But yeah, I would generally just want to do one lap since, although like I said, they're very durable, so you can probably go about 10 laps on them, half the race easily on the soft tires. So.
Yeah. Well, we're running on board with Justin here because he will be the first of these top four really. So he has improved. It's still an improvement, not enough really to take pole so far. But of course, there's still a lot of time to be made up on this bad track. Belgium,
yeah, absolutely ringing it right now. I can see he is running a little bit wide there through no name, but he does get away with it.
It's about as close as you want to get to that wall.
Yeah, Fuan as well. That is Fuan. That's but no, he's still good, but I think he thought he was invalid, so that might. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh no! Don't retire on the track. There's a car coming behind.
Who is it?
And they're on a lap too. Yeah, they were on a lap. That's inaudible. That is not what you want to do. I don't know if. Oh, and Burke retires as well. He didn't get to set his lap.
Timo and Contender, who's further ahead? So it's Timo is further ahead. So we'll run on board with Timo. We'll run on board with him to see exactly what he's doing.
I will keep an eye on Contender in the meantime. Canopus crosses the line to pit actually. So he is staying in P3 at the moment. Adam is also there. We know how fast Adam can be. So it'll be interesting to see how these final positions shape up.
We're approaching the end of Sector 2 here with Timo. Let's keep an eye on that.
Puts it P2 at the moment.
We missed that one.
Timo has to improve if he wants to get back on the front row. He is down on his time though. So this might be, that might be it.
So I think the only guy really who's going to improve is Contender. Did you see how much he was
up a 10 on his current lap? So this is looking like a 0.5 if he keeps it under control here. Timo, meanwhile, might be able to gain. Who knows? There's a lot of time potentially. Oh no, that's gone wide though. Yeah, that's a little bit of a late break for Timo. But let's see what he does here. Yeah, he does not improve, unfortunately. Contender is about to cross the line here, and that is a 0.5, as I called it. That is the fastest lap in the session, as Adam, right behind his teammate, goes onto the front row to make it a Toro Rosso 1-2. So good job to both of them.
So Adam and the Inaudible. I'm not really quite sure who the Inaudible is. I maybe do, but he's just probably changed his name. But kind of leaving it to the very end there to kind of just snatch. Oh, we've got a Toro Rosso buried knee. Well, I'll just change what I was going to say there. Buried XX deep into the wall.
I believe an audible is a reserve for today for Aaron. So there is our grid.
That is indeed our grid. So just check the chat while I'm looking down to see what everyone's saying. And yeah, Jensen says that you don't want pole here anyway.
Oh yeah, he is actually correct. Because now Contender is going to be basically dragging the whole field up Eau Rouge, which is not what you're going to be wanting to do. Because you're going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble.
Oh, sorry. Before we continue, I have to play a little video.
Oh yes.
Check this out, guys.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Are you okay, man? Yeah, I'm okay. What the hell? Oh my God! These guys are impossible to race with. Impossible. Because that was killed someone. Where is it going? He turned it on me. How the hell is that?
Just came back from a circus.
What a idiot!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying times here.
There we have it. That is what Mr. Chief wanted. Just sorry, Alt and Tab out quickly. Just double checking that my mics were alive there. I was told that Thunderdome video is the highlight of Mr. Chief's day.
I just want to point out Burke and Wimpy both already instantly got disqualified from the warm-up lap. That's interesting to note. So that's gonna be bad news for their start. Although I mean these are soft tires, so they're grippy off the start. But I mean still nothing compared to warm up tires. So looking down the grid here, I'm gonna take a look at the tires so we can potentially bring up the strategy again.
Yeah. So Larson, you wanted to see them. Yes, the wee strat thing that I have.
This tire strat.
There it is.
Yes, Larson and Vinny, as you said, along with Hammer, Motocrosser, Pixel, Satoshi, and Milos are all on medium tires. So they will be doing the alternate strategy, which is strategy number 2, or dare I say plan B, for lap 13 or so. They're going to be pitting in, I think, or lap 12. I would think lap 12 or 13, because I would probably want to go in lap 12, because I think the softs, especially fresh softs, could easily do half the race here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mediums are quite durable, so tire wear should not factor in here almost at all. Like, it's probably the first stint for the front runners for the top 10. It will factor in, but other than that, I don't think it's going to matter. Hopefully nobody loses their front wing lap 1, although I know somebody who probably does want that to happen. I think we both know who that is. But other than that, everyone should kind of be crystal clear with the strategy. So hopefully we get some good on-track battling as a result.
Yeah, worth of mentioning just before we kick off here that Justin says that there is rain, by the way, in 10 to 15 minutes.
Ooh, okay, so maybe the medium strategy might be the one. So let's see if that comes to fruition, because as we know, whenever we commentate, there is rain.
Oh my goodness, what a terrible camera. Here we go. So, 5 lights, and off they go, and Contender leads the way, and it looks like the Honorable gets a fantastic launch off the line, instantly on the back end of Contender, as they seem to get away. This is an awful camera angle. Here we go, this is a little bit better. everyone seems to get away right and cleanly there if I look down the order. Yes. Meanwhile, back up at the front, Contender is still holding on to that P1 so far in the first couple of corners.
This is what we were talking about, the slipstream, as Inaudible almost onto the grass now, but Contender holding the inside as Van Beats is already off, and are we going to get a safety car lap 1? As Contender holds that off cleanly, and Canopus is trying to make a move on Timo, and holds on, or Timo holds on there very well, as Justin tries to attack him as well.
Oh, and the Wimpy is getting really racy at the behind of, at the back of Justin here, as he actually loses out to position 2 Keyboard Magnuson. He must have sent that right round the outside.
Oh, what a beautiful! I was keeping an eye on that. That was very good racing from both of them, making it clean and within the track as Justin runs wide in front of Keyboard Magnuson. And yeah, right now everyone's just going to be kind of trying to tuck in and get a slipstream here because of. You kind of just want to stick within a second of the car in front, so you have DRS and just kind of essentially follow the big DRS train. So let's see how these guys play it out. Also, penalties might be a factor here. It is not. It's quite easy.
Oh, you got a massive crash!
Oh, Canopus is off, and Vert goes into it as well. Do we have a safety? Yeah, we have a safety car already.
Safety car.
The Thunderdome strikes again.
This Thunderdome delivers once again. Lap 1. That's all it took.
We have lost 3 cars, so poor Canopus was looking quite good at the start. I saw him almost into P4. Contender is pitting, as is Adam. They're double.
Oh no! They're gonna double stack.
I don't. And Timo's pitting as well. I don't know why. Maybe they know something we don't. So this is
Pixel. Yeah.
It's a collision penalty. So let's see what's happening here. I want to see who comes out where. So some of these guys who didn't pit are going to be up front. The guys on mediums are going to be... Well, I mean, this actually might be bad for... Yeah, this actually might work. You can go to the end on the mediums from here, potentially. Contender comes out behind Saotashi, as barely right behind Saotashi. Pixel, P5, Motocrosser, P6. Okay, so I'm trying to keep tabs on who has made up ground here under this. So Inaudible is leading. Pixel has made up 13 positions.
Yeah.
So that was it's Motocrosser and Satoshi have both made up 11. Inferno Koi has made up 7. Vinny has made up 10. But we do know that they all have to pit. So, oh wait, what happened?
What? What happened to Vinny?
Happened to Satoshi?
Or sorry,
oh,
Satoshi.
Satoshi crashed off. Satoshi spun under the safety car.
Oh man, what is going on? What is it about Tier 2? Yeah, I seen him just at the edge there of the wall. What?
I will speak after with I'll speak after about that. But for those who don't know, that is I am the de facto team principal for the Tier 2 McLaren. So
I mean,
I feel like Gunther Steiner right now. Let's just put it at that. I am.
I would love to do a Gunther Steiner impression, but this is.
I'm not doing it right now. Yeah, this is a PG.
Oh, curse! What the?
Well, what happened to Cursed? Oh, Joel, no! Joel!
What?
And lost his front wing, and he gets a penalty. What are you guys?
Curse was coming around Puyon, and he sorry, he nearly lost it on the curb. It's this guys. It's like these guys are going like normally they go like 200 or 300 mile an hour or something like that, and they can feed a car through the castle section of Baku, but bring out a safety car on a massive wide track and suddenly everyone forgets how to drive. Anyway,
it's not that difficult to follow under the safety car. I shouldn't say this, but it's really not. You just have to kind of keep an eye out, leave a gap. You don't need to be right behind the person. You just need to, just pace yourself. Like up front here, like what Vinny, like keep an eye on Vinny and Inaudible. They're just kind of hanging around, like hopefully he doesn't make me hopefully he doesn't make me take those words back. But
yeah, if whenever that you're behind, okay, look, so we know this safety car is going to be out for the most of this lap, right? For sure. So you don't need to be
in the box now. So.
You don't need to be right up the gearbox of the car in front of you. Just a little bit of a gap, catch up with them on the main straight. Just the way I would do it would be I would close up roughly before you would expect the info box coming up saying safety car in. Otherwise, just give yourself a little bit of breathing space to set your car up for the restart. But what's going to be interesting is what Pixel's going to do, because he does have that 5-second time penalty. So that is having a really major effect. I mean, look, here we go. Why is he so close to the Larson here?
I mean, that's about the gap you want to keep.
But he was a little bit close. A little bit close.
Yeah.
Like, look at these guys.
You get checked up here in the back. I mean, it's not so bad. This isn't so bad. But like, I don't understand. I would personally do it different. But that's all we're gonna say. We're not gonna judge.
Yeah, we're not judging. I certainly can't judge.
Not everyone is not everyone is as good as you, Tipsy. So like not everyone is as fast as you.
Hello.
Dare I say?
Hello. Talk about being blinded by love. I mean, have you seen me recently? What?
Tipsy, it's you gotta keep. If you're judging yourself off of the tiers you're in, you gotta keep in mind you're racing with the big boys.
I'm racing with the best, and I mean it shows that I'm nowhere near them.
I'm pretty sure you outdid me last race. So yeah. Anyways.
Well, that's only because That's only because I'm a real stare. I go.
You're a real legend.
I go the distance. I don't finish within 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. I can vouch. Or can I? Anyways, before we get
can I just say, wait, before I say it, there's the guys who said in the chat, social distancing, guys, social distancing. What? Yeah, we're really taking the social distancing to an extreme level, you and me.
Yeah, we're taking it to the next level here. As we're gonna get a restart here. Let's see how Inaudible handles it. He's gonna want to go late. I think he's gonna want to hold it for a bit. If I were him.
Yeah, I would. I don't
want to be giving. Yeah, I don't want to give a slipstream down here, but we're gonna be.
You don't want the risk of somebody yeeting you at this. What is it? Bus stop chicane, I think they call this.
Yeah, the bus stop chicane. The final turn here. So yeah, he's taking his time here, Inaudible. Very good. Very. Remember, you have the power as the car in front to determine when you are going to restart the race. As he is gonna go. I think.
This is a very. He's
away now. I think he is away. Vinny is caught a little bit napping there as we are under racing green flags here for part 2 of the Thunderdome here in Belgium. As he leads us away, 8/10 is the gap, so he might be safe. Yeah, 1 second, he is most likely safe from any sort of slipstream from Vinny. As behind him, we have a big gaggle of cars behind Der Hammer, who's not got away well. Kutender is up there as well with behind Infernal Koi, Motocrosser, Pixel, and Larson, and Nicolaitis. So we'll see who's going to get the slipstream here, if anyone is going to be going for moves here. Motocrosser has a look at Pixel for P5, but thinks better of it. Was a little bit too far back, but so far fairly clean restart, so good job, lads.
Yeah, pretty well done, although Timo's got a lot of a big battle going on here, because he's got Justin. He's going to send it round the inside, although Timo did take a very wide line there.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to fight him, because Justin has to pit again. He went on to softs, unlike the others. They potentially don't have to pit, so Kutender got lucky where he came out. He might get held up a bit here towards the end of the stint if he doesn't get past some of these guys, but he's looking good, because Timo, who was, or I think it was, yeah, I think it was him behind, Timo behind him, Adam got held, so Timo's behind him in the net P2 essentially.
Yeah. As Jensen does inform everyone, and he is correct that they did the big sleeping. They weren't paying attention there. In the Inaudible. We got a yellow in Sector 3. Joel.
Oh, Milos is spun, and Joel. I think Joel and Milos had coming together. So that is yeah, he is spun around. Is he missing front wing? Yeah, he is missing.
Yeah,
no, he's not.
No, he's
so
not.
I think Joel. Yeah, no, I think Joel might have rear-ended him, unfortunately, or something. So we'll see what happened there. Unfortunately, Joel is out of the race. He was struggling a bit there, unfortunately, but right now, back up front, Nicolaitis is right on the back of Vinny for P2 on track, but people still have to pit, we know, so this might not be it. Inaudible didn't pit, so he was actually the net P2, or he should have been P2 behind, ahead of Timo. But right now, Nicolaitis does not have enough.
We have quite a battle going on behind them, guys. 3 potentially wide for the...
Oh, yeah, as Kutender sends it up the inside as well of Infernal Koi. Infernal Koi saw him coming, left him space. So that's Kutender up 1 position. Der Hammer also gets past Timo. Timo's struggling on the medium tires. Maybe he just wants to hang it out to the end. I don't know what he's thinking, but he might just be playing it safe, which is a valid. That's valid. So let's see
Oh, we
what
got a
happens here.
front wing
Kutender-
damage there.
Kutender, he hits the wall. Yeah, he's missing front wing. That is bad news for him.
Oh yeah, look at that front right end plate.
Yeah, he is understeering like crazy. Inferno Koi is going to be right back on him. No Name is tricky through this through this game. You can extend it quite a bit, but people sometimes push their luck there, as Kutender showed, or maybe he just understeered a bit and was unfortunately caught out by it. So yeah, look at that. He has got very little traction. Inferno Koi is going to be getting a lovely slipstream off him, as is Justin behind Inferno Koi. Der Hammer and Timo are falling off, but Timo is in the slipstream of him and might be able to retake this P10. So a lot of things going on here.
Yes.
We've lost a quarter of the grid already. Milos as well, kind of fallen behind after that incident. He is struggling as well, unfortunately. As Timo sends it up the inside of Der Hammer. Der Hammer tries to send it back and fight it, but Timo around the outside of the exit of the bus stop chicane gets the move done. So well done to Timo, showing that he can get his elbows out, and is showing it as Keyboard Magnuson sends it up the inside as well, and they make a little bit of contact. He gets jumped a bit wide, but Keyboard Magnuson taking the inside, and now Adam is trying to make his way through there as well. As
bit of crash! How did they keep the car together? Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, Adam's way off track, across grid track. Oh, the big ET's going on in the front here. Another safety car. Jensen called it.
Why are you going side by side up?
Especially when you've got wing damage.
That might be the saving grace for an audible, but at the same time, I think that's actually bad news because everyone's backed up again, and now he has to pit.
Yes, dude. Yeah, so he has to do it again. So I mean, Jensen did call it. He said.
Kutender, meanwhile, might actually. I think he should probably box, if you ask me, for another set of mediums.
What's going on here? Did Der Hammer just? Hey. Is there some kind of glitch there? Did I see that correctly if you were watching on the stream? Der Hammer just purposely overtook Wimpy under the safety car?
Maybe Wimpy did. I mean, he'll get a penalty if he did it legitimately. Keep an eye out on that. I don't.
If anyone,
I wasn't keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, I had it on the stream there, so people would have seen that on the chat as well. If you can give me an idea.
Pixel has Pixel sped under the safety car. That is a drive-through penalty. So
he's 5 seconds on a drive-through. His race is over.
I don't believe you can deserve that under the safety car either. So.
No, that's right. You can't.
Yeah.
So what's
happening?
Der Hammer. I don't know. Were they having an issue with his wheel or something? But he just almost stopped on track.
I think he's desynced or something.
Yeah, and Wimpy had to just get out of that one big time.
I think Timo's a second up on the... Oh, no, he's not. I'm looking at it wrong. I thought he was a second or a minute up on the Delta, which that would have been interesting to see. So who's going into the pits? Nobody is going into the pits. Der Hammer is going into the pits.
Yeah.
So he played this smart. You can pit for some... I don't know why an audible didn't pit. There was no reason for him to stay out. But that's just me, of course. Pixel... getting feisty a bit under the safety car. I don't know why he overtook Nikolaitis, but yeah, he's giving that back. Okay. Yeah. The medium runners I can understand. They are kind of in a very bad situation. They're in a very, very, very bad situation. So with two safety cars, I mean, you get back, the field gets punched up, but at the same time, I don't kind of want that.
Do you know what? If I bring that retire strategy up again, ironically, that the slowest the slowest strategy might have actually been the best.
Yeah, even Justin, I don't know why he didn't pit again. He had a free set. I know he has a brand new set of medium tires, or at least I'm sure he does. But he should have pit as well.
Chief did make a comment there. They might be waiting for the rain. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, there is rain coming. Yeah. Either way, I mean, who knows?
Jensen, Eau Rouge moist will be a big problem.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Generally, I don't find. What the hell is Did you guys see this? Why is Pixel and Nickelodeon hitting each other under the safety car?
They're not hitting each other on my stream.
Well, they tapped each other in mine.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't looking. I don't know. I'm not seeing this. You guys are giving Poor Tipsy a heart attack. If you guys have the stream open, please stop it.
I can't handle this.
Yeah, but he's got a wife and a dog, a very loving family to look after. He needs and he has me. What am I gonna do without him? So
I know.
you know, guys.
My goodness.
Worst of all, forget the family. What about me? No offense, Kitsune. Anyways, I may have a bit of a trouble on my hand after the stream, but we'll
I
cross
think that you
when
are
we get
going to have your hands full, Mr. Triton, because
there. Yeah, luckily I'm in America. I'm not in Ireland, so I'm fine. So I don't know what the worry is.
He goes, Pixel literally just came up alongside and hit me. What the hell?
Van Beats claims that he is that we are 100% passing. Pixel, what are you doing?
What
Look up
is?
for a minute. Okay. Van Beat says we are 100% passing the 8 DNFs from Tier 3. So let's see if we can.
Oh, so we are?
Let's see if that comes to fruition. I'm gonna take a quick moment here to put on a jacket because it is very cold in my room.
A bit nippy, as we would say.
Yep.
A bit
Absolutely.
nippy.
It's supposed to be spring here in Southern California, which means Satan fire weather. Yet.
Well, can I, while I have this 10-second time penalty?
10 seconds.
That is
Why?
brutal.
And Inferno Koi is doing what I call the Winkelhawk strategy, which is going to intermediates before it's even raining. So maybe that will work out. Maybe it won't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would have done that.
It's a bit early, but
he's got to go. He's got to nurse these around. Like those are gonna be gone in a few laps time. Like he'll be fast toward the end, but I don't think it's gonna matter then. So.
But here, while I have the opportunity here, because the safety car might be coming in this lap, I have seen, as Terra does, very much point out, we have covered that, Mr. Terra. He says it's really important to be super close all the way through the safety car period. I mean, it's vitally important that you are sticking to the back of that car. Anyway, Mr. Slashy keeps typing in some kind of humorous way the word humongous. And I'm wondering, is this kind of, I think I can say this, is this kind of a piss take at the way I say humongous? Mr. Slashy, can you confirm that? Are you taking the piss? Because I know where you live.
Somewhat.
You know? I'm not a violent man, but I mean, I have my limits.
Anyways, we're gonna move on now.
For some reason, this headset cable is wrapped around my neck and it's choking me. What the hell? Don't know how that happened. Safety car in this lap.
Okay, boys, round 3. So.
And what the hell have we got on here between these guys? This is gonna end in disaster. Pixel, drop back, son. Drop back.
Oh, here's the rain.
Yes, it is. It is.
Inferno Koi may or may not have just pulled off a masterpiece here, but that depends on how much it's going to rain. Come on, Pixel, you gotta give more space than that.
Yeah, I'm running on board with Pixel, guys, because I think we might get our next safety car in a few seconds.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the front here to see how Inaudible gets this restarted. This time, Vinny, let's see if he gets it, if he sticks with him. But yeah, this time he kept a bit of a closer eye on that one as we go racing here. Pixel already trying to have a look at Nicolaitis. The Nicolaitis is not wanting to give this up either. As we go here through up the run to Eau Rouge, they're gonna go side by side, and we saw with Adam how that is not the best thing to do up Eau Rouge as Nicolaitis lags. So
yeah,
Codemaster saved him. But I'm just gonna put it at that. It's from something getting worse.
But there, he's going to come back here at Pixel. He's got the charge on him. He's got the charge on him. What's going to happen here? Pixel to the inside.
Late break there. That is robust defense from Pixel, but it's all fair there
ABS.
For the two of them. ABS.
ABS.
Yeah, Icewind is currently shaking in his seat.
He would be absolutely, he would be shaking with rage right now. Not ABS! Ah!
I'm going to be keeping an eye on Inferno Koi for a bit.
Yeah,
so
we're about to see. Well, you keep an eye on him because there will be other action here we need to cover. Because I'm expecting a bit more yeeties here, guys, with these warned softs.
Yeah. Very slow through Puan, and Justin is on the back of him on soft tires. Motocrosser, actually Justin might have chosen the right strategy here as oh yeah, Contender is really slow. Justin's trying to hang it around the outside of Stavalo, not smart at all, and proving my point as he goes a little bit wide, luckily keeps it on the track.
You have to remember that Contender still does, he still does have that wing damage.
Yeah. So yeah, we know he's going to be slow. Timo caught up to the back of both of them. His championship rival, keep in mind, Contender is the championship leader, and Timo is currently P2 in the standings. He's going to want to be getting more points, as many points on him as possible. Justin up inside. Timo
that was actually,
yeah. But Pixel is paying now.
Pixel into the pits, yeah. That was actually quite a nice move by Justin. He made that very clean.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful move. Yeah, we know Justin has just picked up the game only several months ago, and he is improving at quite a rapid race. Oh, Keyboard Magnussen sends it up the inside of Timo and gets the move done.
Yeah, but Timo's going to get the comeback. If you can hear that noise in the background.
That's beautiful.
That's
Eddie wants to be part of the stream.
That's my little dog Eddie. He's got a little. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. He's got a little snake, and oh, Motocrosser, having a little bit of a look at Nickelodeus. Yeah, he's got a wee snake that he squeezes that he wants me to play with him. What's that, Triton?
I'm trying to keep an eye if it's time now. Inferno Koi is not fast at all. Oh, if Pixel was serving his drive-through penalty. No, okay, so yeah, I was wondering why, but Keyboard Magnussen looks quick right now. He is past Timo, and I mean, maybe it's the traction control, but I mean, he has an excuse because he's on a flippin' keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so yeah, Contender is very slow now as well. Keyboard Magnussen is gonna need to go as quickly as he can right now if he wants to get some ground. I don't know how bad the damage is for Contender, but certainly not good as.
Justin sent it up the inside of Larson. I remember I was having a battle there with some of the top boys. Was it? I think it was Julian and Jensen, and I was doing my best to hold. Oh! Justin gets it nearly. Yeah,
Contender also nearly hits the wall on the exit of Stavalo because he is understeering like crazy with all the damage he's got, and judging.
Oh, Justin's lost it massively.
No!
Oh, that's a huge crash. He was somehow his front wing is still on.
DRS is enabled, but people are pitting now for intermediates. Judging by Inferno Koi's pace, it's not time yet, but it's getting wet out there. I'm keeping an eye on the track too. That's kind of my way of keeping tabs on it, as Contender runs very wide out of La Source. So that might give Timo a bit of a run, but let's see the grip up Eau Rouge. I'm running on board here with Timo to see what he does. Yeah, let's see. He's downshifting for it. Yeah, that is. I think he might be able to carry a tiny bit more speed than that, but I mean, it's better safe than sorry. The DRS is still enabled. This is not yet. It's going to be time for intermediates this lap, I think, potentially, but at the moment, it doesn't really seem like it, because it seems like the pace on the inters is really not there.
Yeah, so, sorry, excuse me. Timo seemed reasonably comfortable still on these mediums. A little bit of a lock-up. These corners here really show it up.
This is an interesting corner. I mean, Virage, I think is the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is one of the few off camber tracks, which means it angles away, like so the car angles downward through the corner as you go through the apex. Usually, as you can see through Puan, it usually angles a little bit inward to the apex. That one angles away from the apex, which means you're going to understeer a lot more through that. Think of a banking if you know NASCAR tracks.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of that.
Isn't that the tracks where they always turn left?
Yes. So the bad tracks. Think of the Indy track, if you know that from like the 2000s.
Yes.
Yeah, the banking. That is on camber, and very on camber, because that's part of the Indy.
Do you say camber?
Yeah, camber.
Ah, that's better.
Camber,
English.
sorry. Camber. I'm sorry. I am British, half British, so I should be saying it like I usually do, but camber, I don't know why I said that, because I think it's because of, I'm going to blame my buddy, some idiot, for that, as Contender runs very wide, and now people are starting to box.
Yeah, this is they're doing the right call here. This was...
I think it's about time, yeah, now as Wimpy gets the first time penalty. So, Inaudible made that work, so that is...
Where is Inferno?
Big props to him. Let's see if they fix... Oh, Pixel...
Another 5 second, my goodness.
Let's see where Timo comes out here. Yeah, these are going to be inters. Contender, is he getting a wing change? He is getting a wing change, yes, so that's probably smart. You're going to be losing too much time, especially in the wet, because you're going to be understeery as it is, so Timo very cautiously makes his way out of the pits. He's up in a P5 now, so Larson jumped him. Motocrosser jumped him, Vinny jumped him, and Inaudible all jumped them. So Contender went from pole position to P8, unfortunately, but let's see if he can make up some ground here and salvage this race. But at the moment, this is looking good for Inaudible. He absolutely nailed the strategy.
His
so
restarts have been fantastic, so as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done so far. So let's see if he can keep it on the track as Justin even more unfortunate needs. Yeah. So meanwhile, we got a fight here. Wimpy and Der Hammer are going side by side. Melis is starting to catch that up. So Wimpy, we know, has 3 seconds. I believe he's the only person besides Pixel with penalties for track extensions. So, oh, he goes very wide.
Yeah.
Through Rivage. Barrage, I called it. I think it's Rivage.
I don't know. I just call it. Oh, DRS disabled.
Disabled. So this is Prime. Yeah,
So-
everyone called it already. Rivage. That is it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rivage.
So, fair play to Inferno for taking the gamble, but it was just too early.
Yeah, he gained a few places, but I think he cooked his tires doing it. I would have waited.
But
Smart is worth it.
But Keyboard Magnus is still on the mediums for me.
He is on interest. Yeah, don't worry. So I mean, nobody really. I mean, the only people who really gained, like anyone who called it early didn't gain. So I mean, right now is because now is when whether it became an issue. Oh.
So insider knowledge here with Mr. Icewind, as Keyboard gets himself a 3-second time penalty.
Second person to get a penalty.
He says that the Inaudible should be in. Well, he's asking why isn't he in Tier 1? Because apparently he is faster than Mr. Icewind. And we know that Mr. Icewind is very fast.
Quite fast.
I would say reasonably fast would be pretty accurate. Would you say reasonably? Or significantly?
I would say Icewind is one of the faster people I know. So
yes.
Yeah, I've raced with Icewind for quite a while now, since 2018 even, and yeah, he is one of the faster people I have raced with, and one of the.
Oh, cursed my off track.
But he's back on. Oh, again! Is he missing? Yeah, he's missing front wing. Yeah, his front wing is gone. Cursed. There's a hefty lockup to add salt to the wound there.
I'll tell you what. I don't know. I must add my lucky charm tonight because I'm catching everything so far on the stream.
Tipsy, I think you cut out for me.
Oh, sorry. I said I'm catching everything on the stream tonight. I must have added my lucky charm.
Perfect. Contender, meanwhile, with that wing change, is making up some ground. He is all over the back of Mr. Keyboard Magnuson, who is still holding on valiantly, but I think Contender, knowing how fast he is going to be up on him soon. Is Contender using a traction control?
Well, you just look at the inputs.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye. It's okay if he is, because he
well,
is struggling.
It's a lie.
He's working on it. He is working on it. I know that. So,
I know
keeping tabs on that. Cause
the thing that he doesn't like is people just flaming him for using them.
I mean, if you're fast, you're fast, with or without assists. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I mean,
it looks to be that he's I don't know.
I can give an example of today I watched a video. I advise Icewind to steer clear of this video. As Pixel gets a penalty. So in this video, it's a Tier Limitless video where he showcases somebody doing laps of Bahrain, and this person was doing 26.2s on me. Ooh, both of them go wide.
Yeah.
Have to cut the corner of Eau Rouge, but it's a bit precarious there. But yeah, this person was using Racing Line, no other assists, but Racing Line nonetheless, and they were doing 26.2s on medium tires. And to give you perspective, pole position in the esports race at Bahrain was 25.9 on soft tires.
Jeepers.
So yeah, that's to be doing 26.2s on
mediums. Yeah.
That gives you a perspective of how fast this guy was. But he was using Racing Line, and we know how people feel about that. Yeah. So currently
Rainbow
we have
Road.
yeah, Rainbow Road as a Curse gets a penalty as well. I thought the penalties would lower down a little more in the rain, but because people would be more cautious. But seems that the rain is being a bit harsh. But Contender still struggling to get past Keyboard Magnuson at the moment.
Yeah, just look at these inputs for a while on Contender, and I mean he's going full throttle reasonably early, like there. Like
I also should mention the
it looks
slipstream
like-
is not very good in this game unless you have
Yeah.
DRS.
That's right.
And so having it like this, I mean, he might actually get the run on him now because he is, but that's not really a spot to do it.
No,
Yeah, he's got to
no.
lift off. Yeah, Keyboard Magnuson's positioning his car perfectly as Cotender's sliding all over the place there. So this is our main battle at the moment, and
Yep.
his brakes very late though, coming out of the bus stop chicane, and is getting a fairly decent run towards La Source on the start-finish straight. I'm gonna see Keyboard Magnuson a little bit of a late defense there, but I mean it's not really gonna do much. But yeah, he compromises his run as a Contender is gonna be on the back of him. But remember, your run up Eau Rouge is not as easy because you gotta nail it now, because it's not like where you're going flat out. As Contender is yeah, smartly backs out of that as goes wide a little bit. Yeah, but he's right on the back of him. He might actually get this, but his battery's about to go out, so
No.
that's bad. Yeah, look, his battery's dead. So Keyboard Magnuson.
Oh!
Yeah, he backs out of that. That was not an overtaking. I know that. I know. I can tell. He did not want to do that. He just outrode himself. Luckily,
Well, we
he
know
parked, but,
we know he's using another assist.
Ooh, Justin
Oh,
around
yes,
the
yes, yes.
outside of Wimpy. Wimpy is
Wimpy fights it back.
What a move from Wimpy! Wow. Okay, that was fantastic racing. I caught the tail end of that, but Justin tried to send it around the outside of the second part of what's it called?
I don't know, man. I just say
Les Combs. Yes,
Les
that's
Combs,
it.
yeah. I just call it a corner.
Yeah, and then Wimpy around the outside of the next part of that. I don't know the other corner. I know a handful of corner names here.
Oh, Contender and the Keyboard Magnuson.
Oh, they made contact. Keyboard Magnuson gets sent off the road. And is Contender going to take that position? Yeah, he does. So might be some choice words after this. I also want to mention that Keyboard Magnuson is not using ABS in the rain on the keyboard. I want to know. I want to see how he's braking. So I can keep an eye. Yeah, I just need to see this.
Yeah, we'll watch it this here.
Awesome. So let's keep an eye on Contender. His battery is quite gonzo at the moment. Or I can't. I don't know if he's going to be charging it up Eau Rouge or not, but he's going to be having to manage that because Keyboard Magnuson is going to come back at him in a bit. But we have another battle.
Yeah.
We have two battles going on here. Yeah, now all of a sudden, it's either nothing or all three things happening at once. We have Wimpy and Justin. Justin gets past Wimpy again, but Wimps is going to have a very good run up Eau Rouge potentially. And so is Timo soon, because
yeah, I'm keeping a wee eye on Timo because he's chunking out that time from Larson, and he's actually catching him reasonably quickly. So we'll be on that battle shortly. But we're just watching Wimpy, yeah, coming up over Eau Rouge, and
he's not gonna have a great run here, far behind. But yeah, Justin is gonna find himself in a bit of a situation here in the future because we know Wimpy is quite racy at the moment, showing some good racing from both of them, I should say. So
yeah, well, these two guys are actually quite similar in some respects, in the sense that they have, they haven't been racing like for years on Formula One. They've both recently picked the game up, and they're doing well. We've seen them improve throughout the races as the seasons are going by. You do see them improve not only on their pace, but just their racing knowledge, their track knowledge as well. Like Wimpy having the confidence knowing they could go back around the outside to get that pace back off Justin. I mean, you don't just wing that. You have to have that happen to you. People do that to you to realize, hang on, maybe I should try that.
So now, when coming in Tier 1, we're going to see Tipsy try to go around the outside of me.
Yeah, don't think so.
So, and then I'm gonna be very salty that I lose a position, but
So Timo is squeezing up on Larson. I think this will be the next battle to keep an eye on. And everything goes a little bit quiet whenever the rain comes on because
as we know very well, you and I have a fair bit of experience in that.
But and I have often, well, whinged, would you say, about the rain. I don't like wet races, alright? Just me personally.
I like driving in the wet, but it's just boring because, like, I mean, 2S, we had some good races. We had Germany and Silverstone. There was some excitement going on there.
Ooh. Well, look, Mr. Chief, the boss man himself says the weather is drying up in 5 minutes. This is what we want.
Boy.
So we may have a dry race sprint to the end, although there's not many laps to go.
If it has to dry up now. I don't think pitting is. I don't think anyone's gonna want to pit. I think it was like there was like 2 laps of dry weather in Germany at 2S. Kursk gets another penalty, and I refused to pit for the tires. Icewind, I remember, pit for the softs, and he ended up. He was right in front of me. He pit and he came out back in front of me. Like in 2 laps, he caught me up. But you have to have a significant, not a significant. You have to be significantly faster. Like you have to be on hot lap, flooring it basically. So otherwise you're not going to be able to make that ground up. But and also, you know, it's always dangerous because it's still a tad bit slippery. The track weather or the track temperature is down. As Timo now, this fight's going to be warming up a bit.
Oh yes, it's getting spicy.
Oh, Larson and Timo both take a wide line, but they get a good exit as a result. So let's see.
Have you ever noticed that if you're hunting somebody down, maybe this is just me because I'm rubbish, but sometimes you're hunting a guy down in front of you, and you know you're just about the fraction quicker than him, and you're slowly catching him, and then you're just on the back of him, and then you mirror his mistakes. I've done that a few times.
First is off again. He's getting it back under control, but yeah, sorry. You can, you follow their line essentially. Somebody, it happens to me like right now, like kind of just like it's absent-minded. But let's see if Timo's gonna send it here. Yeah, he's not. He just has a little look like he tries to dummy him.
But the thing, yes, yellows again in sector 2 and 3. Is that Mr. Milosh? No. Pixel? No.
Is that Pixel? Oh, Inferno Koi gets a time penalty.
Well, who's that up ahead? Wimpy?
Let's see.
Not sure who that is. Oh, Justin's right on the back of their hammer as well.
Oh, he's caught up. Is pitting, so let's see what he does.
Is Kursk gonna stick on the softs? That would be questionable.
Yeah, questionable indeed. I believe this is around the time the intermediates are gonna die out for Inferno Koi, so I don't think his tires are gonna be looking in tip-top shape.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on Timo here. He's really close now to Larson. The question is
making up ground as well.
The thing is, no, it's alright, Mr. Triton. The thing is, how will the penalties play out? I don't believe the Inaudible has any. Motocrosser, no, I don't think any of them. Maybe Vinny. Did I see Vinny?
I think the only ones are like Keyboard Magnuson, Der Hammer, Justin, Wimpy, maybe Inferno Koi. Oh, just the guys behind, like the top 8 or the 8th through 14. So the bottom 6 is we might see Timo get another run here coming up to Eau Rouge. Gets decent traction there out of the bus stop chicane, but probably not going to want to go for the move here, yeah.
No, he wants to be tucked in right on the back of Larson here.
Yeah, he's got to get a good run up Eau Rouge, though, as Nikolaitis defends. Oh, no, Motocrosser gets the first penalty, as Nikolaitis and Kutender are fighting it out. But Kutender on the outside, Nikolaitis tries to hold it on the inside, but now he's going to have to let go because Kutender is up Eau Rouge here. As Nikolaitis gets a time penalty as well. Is Timo going to get the move here?
No, not yet. Still too far back.
Might be waiting for the last
but Nikolaitis is having a little bit of a look on Kutender. Kutender covers it off.
Yeah, shoutouts to Nikolaitis as well. I'm going to give... he's made up 8 positions, kept his nose clean. I mean, the big gainers from this are Motocrosser and Vinny. They have driven, I mean, they perfected the strategy. Motocrosser went up 14 positions. He disconnected in qualifying, and he's in P3. So, I mean, just props to him. Fantastic.
Yeah, some fantastic performances from a lot of the guys. Another guy who has improved a lot since I first seen him is Larson.
Oh, yeah, he's doing fantastic as well.
So, just some people are just progress slower than others. But we were talking about the wet races here. I mean, there are a lot of guys in both the top tiers of 2S and SLR who are just incredible. They're just incredible watching them, and we've got quite a few of them in the chat at the moment. But for me, Timo gets a little bit. That's Nickelodeon. Sort of gets a little bit messy there. For me,
Yes.
the most accomplished person in the wet that I have ever seen in this game is Speedy.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
he is quite something.
In the dry, I mean, my goodness, he's remarkable. But I've never seen someone just almost get better when it comes to a wet race. Incredible. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how any of those guys do it, really. Any of the Jensens and Julian and Wow and all them guys. It's just baffles me. It's just I can't function that quick. Oh, as Justin has it looks like Keyboard Magnuson braked very early, and Justin is right in the gearbox off Keyboard Magnuson. The problem is you don't really want to be too close to the guy here, because that's what he does. He backs off. That's the smart thing to do, because if you're too close, you
launches it up Eau Rouge. If you saw that there, and now he's got a very good run. Yeah, that might be it for Keyboard Magnuson.
No, not enough battery though.
But not yet. Yeah, he's running low on battery. Keyboard Magnuson holding it and has a superior straight line speed, but is Justin going to be late on the brakes here? And they make a bit of contact, but I think that was a bit of desync. Keyboard Magnuson keeps it under control, and that is the move done for Justin.
Yeah, Justin did that pretty much perfectly. As I was saying, you don't want to have you don't want an incredible overspeed on coming up the Eau Rouge, because then you have to lift off, then you've lost all that momentum. So if you just lift off a little bit like he did there, and then pick the momentum back up again, it fires you up that main straight. And see, the thing is, Triton, I know how to do it, I just can't do it.
Me neither, don't worry. Meanwhile, we're approaching the penultimate lap of the race here. I mean, Inaudible's kind of just kept under control. Vinny on his return, as the rain has finally stopped. We have another yellow. Who's that? Yeah, it's Cursed again. Up Eau Rouge. He has gone off.
Do you know what? Fair play to Milos that he hasn't retired.
Yeah, honestly, the last lap is going to be precarious here if it dries up fast enough, because this I can already see it's not exactly wet on the track. It's Timo runs into the back of Larson. But I don't think there's any wing damage for either of them. That was unfortunate, but luckily no harm done. Just a bit of a love tap. Contender is 3 seconds behind Timo, but Timo just needs to finish ahead of him. Hey! His tire wear is probably going to be a bit of trouble here, as now Timo might have the run he needs on Larson in the in the slipstream. Larson holds the inside. Timo going to try and go late on the brakes, but kind of gives it to him, the benefit there on the outside. Oh, but they come together. Timo, they're gonna be losing time to Contender here in a bit on this coming up to the final lap. But he's 3.2 seconds. Nicolaitis doesn't have to worry about because he's got a penalty. And they're 5 seconds behind Motocrosser, who's probably gonna keep his P5 or P3. As we got more yellows. Who is it this time? Is it Inferno Koi on softs? Has made a tiny mistake, I think. I mean, like I said, this is not soft weather. It's not time for softs.
Yeah, so
Let's see. I'm gonna see him go up Eau Rouge here. Is he gonna Sergio Perez it? Yeah, he doesn't do it as bad. He just kind of has to cut the corner there. But yeah, it is. I don't know if they're gonna pit. Who's gonna pit? Let's see what happens.
Nah, no one's gonna pit. I don't think so.
I don't think they should. I wouldn't pit. I'd just keep it.
I wouldn't
it's not
pit
working.
either.
You're not gonna make up 20 seconds unless you're the guy.
Well,
like maybe Inaudible, but no, I don't even think it's worth it then.
See, I've learned from my mistakes, so I wouldn't pit now.
Yeah.
Reference Monza.
Oh yeah, Monza breaks my heart still thinking about it. Now we're on the final lap here, so this is Timo's last attempt at this. Maybe he was doing it on purpose.
It's the kind of thing I would do, really. I would just
I would wait. I'd wait till the last lap. That's kind of the bad thing about this game, is it encourages you. Timo got a screen freeze going up there, so that's perfect timing, if I must say so. I know what the feel is. It's happened to me. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that might have done it there.
I think that's pretty much done it. For
Although
play
he might have a
yeah.
he might have a run up. Ooh dear. Oh,
Larson makes it massive. Here we go. This is it, Timo. Everything you've got. Everything you've got, son. Overtaken mode. Late braking. Let's see if he's gonna make it. You have to make it. He's made the move. Done.
Timo P4, fantastic.
He's got the move done. Now charge that battery.
Yeah, from Mr. Brown there as.
But Larson's gonna come back at him. No.
No, he's not. No, yeah. Contender, meanwhile, is making up a lot of ground here, and is gonna be wanting to have a look at this fight as well. 1.4 is the gap right now. 6.2. If Motocrosser gets another penalty, then this is bad news for them, but I doubt it. Or bad news for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on board with Larson and Timo here. Timo, really, he's on, what's that? He's on medium mix. No, that's the low. He's on medium mix.
He's gotta wait because
Larson has a little bit more battery than him. So this is gonna be a dart down this final back straight for this P4.
Inferno Koi unfortunately retires, but coming across the line, while you watch out for that, is going to be Inaudible to win on his debut for Tier 2.
Oh no, Timo lags back! Massive lag back! Oh no! We were robbed of a...
and Hammer and Justin have gone off, both of them, in the end.
Massive carnage at the end of this race!
Right at the end. Yeah, both of them have crashed. So Keyboard Magnuson after making that's so unfortunate. That's a big disappointment. Timo's probably going to be so upset, and I don't blame him as Nicolaitis destroys his car across the line. But back there, Justin and Derhammer went wheel to wheel, and both came together, and that ended in tears. So that's just really unfortunate. So cursed for sticking it out. Oh no, he's not actually. He's gonna get the 11. So Van turns out to be correct. Keyboard Magnuson for making a very unfortunate decision on the strategy is gonna take 1 point. So I mean, fair play. He got the point. That's you gotta get it one way or the other. So he keeps position.
Cursed gonna make a point, is sure? Because
no, keyboard
Magnuson, yeah.
For sticking out that even after screwing up the strategy.
He gets himself a 3-second time penalty.
That's not gonna matter. That is really, I feel for Timo there. Screen freeze.
Yeah.
It cost him a potential win.
Oh, Keyboard spins at the last corner.
Come on, lad. You can get it across
Come
the
on,
line.
man. Push it. Get out and push the car like Senna. I think it was Senna.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
And now we're just going to wait for Milos to cross the line.
We're just going to run on board.
Give us some donuts. I have some choice words to say today about that race, but one of them is... one of those is the Thunderdome delivers.
The Thunderdome always delivers. Oh, hang on a minute. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 DNFs.
I believe Tier 2 definitely delivered there.
Tier 2 has yeah.
We saw carnage, and we saw yeah. Oh, okay. Yay! I called it. We got some donuts from Cursed. So I don't think the pit wall said donuts were allowed, but I mean it's good for a celebration, if you may. So
Tier 2 has taken the unwanted record of the most DNFs in a single race. Tier 3 had the record with 8, and now Tier 2, the Thunderdome, has taken the it's a bit like Bance Extreme. That's Bance, sorry. He has that copyrighted, I can't say that. But as the Inaudible, first time I've seen him, I think, in Tier 2, takes the... Oh, I skipped that a little bit too soon, sorry. It takes the racing, or takes the win, quite convincingly. And it looks like he also gets himself the fastest lap. And he's also one of the few drivers that doesn't actually get himself any penalties. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers on the grid. Timo, Larson, Vinny, and the Inaudible. A clean race to boot. But Motocrosser up P17 up to P3. Very good shout for driver of the day. But that leads us on to, if I can get the button right, the which button is it? It's a that should be the interview screen as I Alt and F4 out of Formula 1. So there we have it, people. That is indeed the Tier 2 race over and done with, and my goodness, what an eventful race it was. We call it the Thunderdome. It has that special intro, and it's for a reason. It delivers. We have broken records today, people. And let's hope we can get some guys in for a little bit of a chin wag, as we say. So, I'm going to Alt and Tab out. And Alt Tab out, please, computer. Thank you very much. And let's have a little look. Mr. Triton, is there anyone in particular that you would like to speak to?
I am actually going to have to leave the. I'm gonna have to leave it to you because
That's all
it
right.
is time around where I am. But I would just like to say thank you for having me back on the commentary. Don't know if I'll be able to do it again with college schedule, but since I am quarantined
Yes.
here in my house and am moved
It's funny
online
that
for
I'm
10
quarantined too.
minutes.
What
Oh,
are the
dear.
chances of that? Yeah, I had to
Thank
stop
you for your
today.
warm buddies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But,
yeah, I mean, there
you
are
may
some
have-
times where I won't have to physically be in the live whatever chat room it is for the class. So those days maybe I can commentate or sub, who knows? But yeah, hopefully I get to come back. But thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone.
It's a
Thank
pleasure,
you
Mr. Triton.
for being a lovely commentator.
Just being awesome as always.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just don't beat about the bush. Just say it straight, you know.
Okay. Well,
But,
thank you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'll let you get on, Mr. Triton. I will try and do the interviews myself. I'm a big boy. I think I can handle it. Let me see. Who are we going to bring in? I think we'll bring in Mr. Timo.
Yeah, you were. Oh, hello.
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 Don't sound so depressed to talk to me, Timo.
Hmm?
You sounded really depressed to speak to me. By the way, you are alive to the world.
Oh, I didn't figure that out.
Well, that's why I told you, because I knew you wouldn't figure that out, you see.
Thanks,
Mr.
Matt.
Timo, we were running on board with you for quite a while there, watching this battle with Larson, and it looked like you had it all set up and primed for that last lap. You got the move done, and then, just when you're about to secure the position, it looks like to us you get lagged back.
Yeah, I had a fat screen freeze.
Yeah.
It was very great. I didn't.
Me and Triton let out an audible "oh" when we saw that.
It's just so frustrating because, I mean, I don't know. Like, Kutenda's massively quick, and he's obviously a good bit quicker than me. But I'm still mathematically in the championship fight, and I think I'm realistically the only one who could still win it apart from Kutenda. So I want to, do my best every week and get as many points as I can. Last week I screwed it up myself by getting a dumb penalty, and instead of gaining 3 points on him, I lose 3. So it would be 34 points with that, but now it's 40. So I've got 40 points, and I finally brought 2 cars between us again. No, wait, one car between us, so 2 positions. And then, that happens. So, I mean, it's only 2 points, but if I chip away every race, then in the end, it's going to make a difference. And I am not happy. It was also Larson. I mean, he drove really well. And I'm going to sound like, I mean, of course, it's my fault. I'm driving in an assist here. I don't know which assists Larson is using, but I have felt like he never made a singular proper mistake. So either he's very clean in the rain or he just, assists. I don't know. Because I felt like he never slipped on traction at all, and I was fighting for my life back there.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's up to him to tell us. But from my experience, I'm pretty sure that he uses traction control.
Yeah, I got the same impression. I mean, of course, it's his decision, and he's driving in an assist here, so I won't blame him. But it's frustrating.
Yeah, well, it is frustrating when it's a wet race. You've got no assists, you've got no ABS, and you're sliding everywhere. And these guys
I just have the feeling that the worse the track conditions, the worse it's for me it's worse for me in comparison to anyone else, because it's just so hard without assists.
I wonder, is it worth considering? Maybe this is just a bit too far-fetched, but just off the cuff, just winging it out here, that because Tier 2 allows assists in the wet races, I think it's fair to say that the traction control and the ABS, maybe not the ABS, but definitely the traction control does give quite an advantage to the guys who uses assists. So would it be worth considering that for the Tier 2 races, or for any of the leagues that has assists, to make it dry races only? Because whenever you get to a wet race, if you have a guy like yourself who uses no assists on an assist league and it's a wet race, you are massively disadvantaged. Although in saying that, the winner, the Inaudible Gamer, from what I'm aware of, doesn't use anything at all. So, and then of course you've got the likes of Speedy, as I said earlier, no assists on a joypad, a control pad, sorry, on a control pad, and he just blitzes everyone. So I don't know.
My take on that. I think it's fine to keep the rain. I think it's like a nice feature. Like it spices things up a lot. Normally, other races are just flat out, and in the end, I am actively deciding to go no assists in an assists tier. So it's my fault, and like I think they should have the full experience. And by they, I mean people who drive assists because they don't have time to, grind and not use assists, or just don't want to. I think they should be able to have like a league with all the proper things that would happen in real racing, and so I think it should stay on. It's just frustrating in these moments. I guess I could just be more consistent with it. I think I did a decent job at I don't think I ever really outburnt myself, but I could tell that every time in turn 1, which is very important, of course, because straight after it, every time in turn 1, Larson would get like 3/10 on me. And it was just frustrating that I always lost out in the one important place to make a pass, because I'm just very hesitant. And if that's the thing. I don't even think that assists are necessarily quicker or anything in the rain. I think we've seen at the start of the game there were races where I was just, I think or something. I was just going through the field because the traction control in the end, the power cut up makes you slower. But the advantage is that they can do turn 1 in Spa, for example, for 22 laps in a row, and they always know exactly that they can't over push their luck. And that's my problem. Like I have to find the balance. If I found the balance perfectly, I think I wouldn't have had any problems. But I didn't, so I did have problems. But credits to Larson. He did a really good job, and like he deserves the P4.
Yeah, I was saying at the Triton that although you were doing a valiant effort, trying to get past him, and you did pass him, of course, if not for that the lag back, but he did do a great job as well in defending that position.
Overtaking was it was a little bit of a throwback, but I think it was less about me just being very hesitant, like I used to be last season. It was more about the fact that it's just in the rain, and I know if I'm gonna I didn't want to push my luck too much in the rain, because I can't really judge it. In the drive would have been comfortable to go for a move when I'm barely one car behind and not alongside, and then try and outbrake someone. I would have been confident enough to try that on Larson. But in the rain, you just never know. And then in the end, I would have collided with him, and then I lose all the positions. And then instead of slowly chipping away on Q10's lead, I actually lose points to him, which would be unacceptable if I still want to keep that, at least mathematically, or that unrealistic dream of being in the championship fight alive. So that's why I was very careful and hesitant today, and I think it was fine the way I did it. The lag just happened on the last corner, and I think I actually know why it came in. No, I had the suspicion that my hard drive was running full because I was recording. Because after that lag happened and the race was done, I had 3 FPS, so it didn't really go away.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just that my computer, because my hard drive went full, and it's not even the game's fault. But still, the game does it. So
yeah,
I guess.
Well,
anyways,
you still did a great job, Timo, on getting that P4. So
yes.
Congratulations to you, man. And I will let you go back up and try and get some other people yoinked in.
Thanks a lot.
But good job, man.
See you.
All right, so that was Mr. P4, almost P3, I think it was, against Larson. No, it was Larson they were fighting for before. I can't remember. But I'll bring in the Inaudible Gamer on his race win and see how he got on. Hey, Mr.
Hi.
Inaudible Gamer.
Hello.
Hello, sir. You're live to the world. All 13 people. And yeah, so for me, man, you were kind of a new person for me to watch. But Mr. Iceman was informing us that you're pretty handy in the Formula 1 cars. So congratulations on your race win. And can you just give me a quick wee rundown of how you found your race at Spa?
Well, I came in thinking I wasn't going to be that fast because I don't like Spa, but the dry was all right for me. I don't know if the two people ahead of me pitted for mediums when the safety car came out. I didn't think that was a good idea.
Yep.
Jeff was saying the rain was coming in about 10 minutes. But my tyres were completely dying, so I was very lucky that the second safety car came out as well, because that slowed things down a bit. But in the rain, that's where I excel the most. I like the rain much more than the dry, so I'm very glad it started raining.
You freak. Absolute freak. The only other guy I know who loves the rain would be Speedy, and he's amazing in it as well. But we were actually thinking, me and Triton, whenever we were calling it, we were thinking that the first safety car, you completely blitzed the restart. I mean, you just caught everyone napping. No one expected at all. Within a couple of corners, you were like a second away from them all. And then you built that nice tidy gap to them. And then the second safety car came out, excuse me, and then we were thinking, oh man, he's done all that work and he has to do it all over again. But like you said, you were actually quite happy that it did come out. Yeah,
I was very happy. It basically, my tyres didn't wear out and died before I could pit for inches, which was very good, because I have a feeling that would have happened if the safety car didn't come out.
Yeah, well, Ixwin was getting into the chat saying that the Inaudible Gamer should be tier 1, and do you know what, man? I mean, because I raced there, and well, I wouldn't say I raced there, I would say I take part, but from what I've seen on your display today, I think that you should definitely at least sign up for the reserve races in tier 1, because I think you could do pretty well in the tier 1.
Well, yeah, I'll give it a go, I guess.
I would like to see it, because Mr. Iceman says that you're faster than him, and he's pretty fast.
Yeah, I used to race with Icewind a couple of seasons back in a different league, and yeah, we were pretty close, I think.
Well, look, I've been all these guys know I'm kind of like at the part of the furniture in SLR and 2S. I've been here since the beginning. I have seen many top guys come along, and for me, I just love it when someone else comes out of nowhere. Well, for me, out of nowhere, and the shows, oh, I can do this too. So I want to see you in tier 1, and I want you to see that fight, because we have got. You probably know the guys in tier 1, but they are incredible at this game, and I've
had a quick view.
Yeah, it's quite impressive. Some of the guys there. My teammate is wow, and can I just say, I'm teaching him everything. Not that guy is just a freak as well. But
yeah, I raced with him in SOR as well. He's incredibly fast.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, man, I hope to see you in the tier 1, even as a reserve, just to see what you can do, man. And if I see you, I'll let you pass. Not I'm gonna fight you, but I'll let you pass.
All right.
But thank you for the interview, Mr. Inaudible Gamer. I'm gonna try and run through these because my head's getting crushed by my headset. So good.
Right.
Well done on the win,
man.
man.
Thank you very much.
Yes, not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
That was the Inaudible Gamer. Like I said, I don't like wearing headsets, guys. It kind of crushes my skull. It feels like a vice just crushing on me. And so I know Mr. Chief, actually Chief's another weirdo, because he actually says the best moment for him is actually the interviews, because he likes to hear the passion and the emotion from the drivers. So for that, we'll get in someone else. I would like to get in Der Hammer. Because he had quite an interesting race, especially at the very end. So, Mr. Derhammer, I have yoinked you in. Which you sound delighted about. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to bring you in man, because you had quite an eventful race throughout the entire race. But for me, the big thing that I wanted to find out on was what actually happened at on the last lap with Justin.
Well, Justin was about 3 seconds in front of me, and I was just cruising to the finish, like, okay, 9th points finish, because I knew I had a 10-second penalty, but that was bullshit because I was on the safety car.
Yeah.
And he died on track, and he was on the left, so I thought, okay, then I go right and pass that car, but he was somehow rolling backwards. So I had no way to avoid him, and I went just full force into him. And that was immediately wheel off and race gone. So I just raced 22 laps in difficult conditions. Still
for nothing.
I could have gotten 2 points out of it, and then that happened. So
yeah, because we were keeping an eye on that battle between yourself and Justin, and yeah, you definitely were on for some points, and then just out of nowhere, this big retirement. But I don't know. If you have the footage, get it uploaded. I'm sure.
I'm on it. I streamed the race on my on Twitch, and it seemed to have worked.
Yeah, because if it was just a mistake by Justin, then fair play. But as you say, he kind of rolled back on track, according to you. So
yeah, it was so weird because I first thought he was reversing on track, but he said he didn't. He said he stamped on the brakes, but his car just rolled backwards. So yeah, it was really weird. To me, it looked like he was trying to reverse and come back on track. But, yeah, I'll let the FIA decide about that.
Other than that incident, man, did you have anything else eventful in the race?
Oh, I had plenty of events. I think at some point there was an incident where Keyboard, he passed me on the turn 1, but he didn't leave enough space, so he barged me wide, and I wanted to get in his slipstream. But when that happened, I didn't see that Adam was already alongside of me.
Yes.
So I squeezed him a bit against the wall, I think, and then we ping-ponged, so I got sent the other way, and I had wing damage. And then Adam, because of the wing damage, probably died in Eau Rouge.
Oh,
so
yes.
that was the safety car that was caused, so that was kind of caused by me and Adam. Or like me not leaving him enough space because I didn't see him.
Oh,
I already uploaded that.
We have that on the stream now that you say it. Would you believe this, that I'm only after Fresh Leads just streaming the entire race, and I have already forgotten it. That's what happens whenever you get my age. Although if your 86 is a representative to your year of birth, then you're pretty close to me.
Yeah.
But
it is my birth year. So.
Yeah, I'm 85, so I was 35 on the 4th of March. But yeah,
right.
we have that incident between you and Adam on the stream, and it's quite a dramatic crash, especially in, as you said, whenever Adam hits, I think he hits the wall at the top of Eau Rouge and comes across track again.
Yeah,
and then that's where the big carnage is.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I just brought you in, just wanted to find out what happened on that final lap. So I'll not.
Yeah, that was gut wrenching.
Yeah, I'll not keep you too far, away too much from the gentleman's lounge. So I'll let you get back to it, man, and get any uploads that you want to get uploaded.
Thank you. I will.
That was Durhammer. Who else will we bring in? Let me have a little look. We've got quite an interesting voice chat going on in this SLR group, which is going to be of no use to the people listening because they can't see it, but it's an interesting name for the club. But anyway, we're going to have to bring in Mr. Contender and Nickelodeus. So you better get ready, boys. You're coming in. If I can figure out how to track them down. There we are. Here's the boys.
The Greek guys.
The Greek fellas are here. Yo!
How you doing, mate?
Pretty
I'm
good,
so
Contender. What's that, man?
Yeah, I'm so happy you're here.
Ah, the love. Oh,
yeah,
the love.
I've missed you too.
Well, I have to say that this is the first time I've done the Tier 2 Formula 1 streaming since I retired last season, and I have to say I have enjoyed it tremendously. But what made it even more enjoyable was watching the action on track. And there was a lot of action between, well, not between, but with Contender and Nickelodeon. You both had quite an eventful race, so to speak. So I brought you both in. If you just want to give me a kind of a rundown of how your race went, you can start in any order.
I can start, and I have to say I'm not happy with how some drivers race today. Okay,
Yes.
I don't want to like say bad stuff for some drivers, but at some point someone has to say it, and I
Okay.
can't say it.
Well,
I
this
won't
is
say
your platform, Mr. Contender. So I'll let it go.
it. Okay, so I can start with how my race went at first. I pitted lap 1, which wasn't the right strategy because I got involved in the middle field. I was in the middle field, which is like the worst place you can be with some
Yes.
guys. And I got my front wing broken because one guy like braked so early and he was lagging back and forth. Like I lost my front wing because of a lag. So I was quite frustrated by that, and that by the guy like braking 100 meters before. It wasn't a brake check, but still it's so frustrating. And some other guy, which was on softs, tried to pass me in some weird places, like Wuhan, like I don't know, not the places you have to pass. Like you can pass in the straight, okay, I can take it, but you can't pass in every corner you can think.
Yeah.
You won't go into a montage if you crash with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And another guy blocked me for like 2 laps because he was moving at the braking, and so on and so on. I had to change my front wing. Timo was so consistent today. He is fast. I didn't manage to get in front of him, which is unlucky because he finished in front of me. But I'm happy with P6 with how my race went, but I'm not happy with any other aspect. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this game also because safety cars go out even if you sneeze.
Yes, that's right. It's a little bit too sensitive.
Yeah, I think if I have to make like a petition now, I don't know how to say it. I will say disable it, and that's my opinion. That's my suggestion. Maybe I don't know if it's true, if it's wrong, but safety car is so ridiculous sometimes. It gets triggered by nothing, and it just kills racing overall because when it's just not fun driving like 5, 6, 7 laps under safety car.
Yeah, and even Belgium, where it's only 22 laps. 2 safety cars were 6 laps, so there goes about to 20% of the race, and
more than 20%. So
yeah, sir.
so yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the other thing, I don't
yes.
know. I don't know how you could have it. Put it on the SLR chat as a suggestion, or like a straw poll. But I don't know whether many people will vote for it to be removed.
It's just
bec-
suggestion. I'm not saying like I just
Oh, yeah.
want to, like maybe raise an awareness or something.
Yeah. Well, for me, okay. So if I take it from my standpoint as a streamer commentating, I would want the safety car on every day because it really makes a really interesting dynamic to the race. And then if I flip it and put myself in the car, I again personally would like the safety car on because it does give the guys at the back a chance to maybe rescue the race.
Yes, that's a good thing about the safety car, but maybe the old safety car. I was never going to oppose with like how was it before the update.
Yeah, but I think what you're saying, Contender, is that you don't really have an issue with the safety car per se. What you have an issue with is how sensitive it is that it comes out at the slightest little thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
it's not only the safety car. It's like some drivers do the same mistake in every track, like the same mistake. They don't learn. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to be mean, but some guys really need to like get good or whatever.
So what kind of mistakes are you saying without mentioning anybody's names? Because we don't want to, start pillaring people on stream. You can do that on other channels off air. But what is it generally that you're finding people doing? Are they dive bombing, or are they
Like
squeezing you off track?
yeah, they don't have like special awareness. Special awareness goes out of the window almost in every tight corner. When it's the corner is some corners are not meant to go side by side. Are not meant
That's true.
to
Yeah.
make a pass. Are not meant to make a pass. If you try to make the pass, there is two things: you will crash, or you will crash. If the other guy doesn't let you, like you don't force an overtaking places you can't go, like Pujon. Damn Pujon, you can't go side by side there. Even if you try to do it, even if the two cleanest drivers try to do it, it's not possible. It's like so hard. I don't know. I'm just getting frustrated. I know. I don't want to say more stuff than that, but I don't know. We just need to learn. Everyone, me too, but some guys really don't know learn from their mistakes. That's why I have
I
to
just
say.
think when some guys are just in that moment of the excitement, so to speak, of that battle, that
Yeah.
it just, to them, it's defend that position at all costs. And yeah, sometimes we do see it as well on the stream. Guys
Some
do,
guys it's good to
yeah,
defend your position at all costs, but if the other guy is like 3 seconds faster than you, or you just ruined your race.
yeah.
You're not ruining only the other guy's race, but you're ruining your race too, because
Hmm.
you lose like 2-3 seconds every lap.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But Mr. Nickelodeus, what's your viewpoint on everything that we've discussed?
Yeah, of course, I will agree with what Kutender said before. There are some guys that still need to get in mind that by being aggressive, okay, sometimes being aggressive is good. I'm a pretty aggressive driver. I try to be aggressive, but when
You just
when
need to
it's the
learn
time,
when to.
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I saw you didn't see the. You kind of saw the fight between me and Contender. If I had been very aggressive, I would have went with him up in Oruz to
Yeah.
Radion. Yeah, I mean, defending was a bit aggressive because he was much faster than me. But I didn't defend him till the end.
Like some guys, Nicolidis, actually, I love the battle with Nicolidis because when it was the time, he eased off the throttle, because if he tried to go side by side with me, we would have crashed. And he knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So,
it's. I think as you're talking about, being aggressive. Everyone has that ability in them to be aggressive, but it's
of course,
it's
when
it's
to deploy it.
yeah, it's knowing, yes, when to deploy that aggression when it's needed, and then when to deploy just being smart and backing out of a battle. Um,
Exactly.
I know what you're getting at. Yeah, there's some people that are just aggressive all the time. Well, what I seen on the stream, and anybody who watched it back will know exactly what I'm talking about, because me and Triton, and there was even people in the chat commenting on what they were watching. There was some really questionable driving behind the safety car when
Oh,
when when
don't
no
get me started on that.
when no one is racing, and there's some strange mindsets that people have when it becomes,
Some guys like brake check. Some guys, I don't know.
well,
It's so many. It's so many stuff. You just, if I start talking about it,
yeah,
I would just go forever and ever and ever. Again, I don't want to like
yeah.
go as the mean guy, but someone has to say it at some point that
Well, look,
some guys need to like actually learn from
yeah.
that for some
Well,
things.
it's like I've always say, you've seen me mention it many times on the chat, that after a race, many guys can be really, excited, maybe not excited, but riled up, so to speak, a little bit annoyed of something that happened in the race, and they would be very quick to just type it out on the
They get
chat.
vocal a lot. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
done that thing in the past, but I have learned from that. Not
Yeah,
to get
the best
vocal.
thing is, doing what you're doing. Just
Mind your own race. Yeah.
take a break for a moment, and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
come back maybe an hour later, and then put on the chat how you feel, but in a more, I don't know, a more efficient and more, I suppose, more
Exactly. I
polite way
just
of
want
doing
to
it.
raise some awareness on some stuff.
Yeah.
And the safety car thing is just a suggestion. I'm not saying it's a
Yeah.
right thing to do. Just have an opinion. Let's
Yeah,
say.
but that's what we're here. That's what we're looking for. Contender. We're looking for people's opinions because Chief will say it himself. He'll take on board all people's opinions and suggestions, and if it can help to improve the overall experience for everyone, not just the racers, but for the streamers and the viewers, then everything gets listened to, and of course, as you know, everything gets discussed
Exactly, I know that.
and voted on. So yeah, get it in there, man, and I'm sure the guys
I know
will.
FIA will do their thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like to raise some awareness. Thank you for that. Thank you
Okay.
for speaking for
No
those.
problem.
Yeah.
Um,
This was good. If you like raise all those stuff, it was fun. It was really, really fun. And I had fun like chasing Nicolidis and Keyboard Magnussen. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for taking part in that race, because it was a lot for us to watch and we did enjoy it. And again, thank you both for joining me in the interview.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I'll drop you back and I'll just get on to my final interview. So thank you very much, boys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you.
So that leaves me to bring in the best to last. The most outstanding performance on the race by a mile. And the guy who gave us the most entertainment, me personally, gave me the most entertainment. I thoroughly enjoyed watching his off-track excursions, is cursed Mr. Milosh.
Before you ask.
Yes.
Prawn cocktail.
Ah, I was actually going to ask you.
I know, that's why I just big brain.
See, we are in sync, people. We are in sync. Mr. Milosh, or Master Milosh, as I call you. What an absolute, how can I say it? How can I say that? I really want to say that the way I want to put it, but I can't, because it's live, we're PG. What an absolute disaster of a race for you. Would you say that?
It was fantastic. I gained 9 positions. I don't see the issue.
Actually, do you know what? You're right there. I actually forgot about that. I was thinking more the fact of all the crashes you were having. Actually, you know what? We haven't picked a driver of the day. You could be the contender because having all those incidents.
I most definitely gained the most positions out of anyone in that race.
Well,
surely.
Motocrosser started P17. He
doesn't
finished.
Count.
How does that not count? He was P17 and he finished third.
Doesn't count.
How does it not count?
Because Timo didn't try hard enough.
Timo had him beat actually, but then he got lag spiked back.
No, I could because I heard angry German noises and voice chat. So.
But yeah, man, you seem to be struggling a little bit at some sections in the race, running really wide off the track. What was going on? Did you have a setup?
No.
Ah, that explains it.
Also, I had maybe I saw 30 minutes of practice, but I'm just gonna come in and vibe.
You had 30 minutes of practice, and you give us that display.
I know.
That performance. I mean, do you know what it is, man? You've actually over-practiced.
No, I guess.
You've worn yourself out.
I'm doing that band, so I practice too. When I practice more, I perform worse.
Well, I actually don't have that effect on me at all, because if I practice or if I don't practice, I'm still shit. So, but yeah, so anything you would on the stream, it's about your race?
Well, I talk Rouge flat 3 times in the wet.
You what?
I talk Rouge flat 3 times in the wet.
How did you do that?
Well, so I had my foot on the accelerator, right? I did not lift off. However, I may have cut the corner to do. But it was flat. It was flat.
Hang on, that's like saying, do you know that when on their big the rundown in the French track, and you come to the first chicane and it's a left and a right, then you're on straight. That's like saying I took that corner flat out. I just drove straight.
That's what I did in season 6 in SLR 2S.
Yeah, and you got the fastest lap too. How somehow the game said that counts.
Yeah, I did a 1:19.7.
I can't believe you actually remember the time.
I know. Well, it was a fantastic moment. I have the world record at France Paul Ricard. You know what I'm saying?
I was actually in that race, and I was getting a little bit annoyed. I was like, why is he running off track? This is really distracting. And then Kirsch fastest lap, and I was like, what? How is that possible? So then I tried it and I got like a 10 seconds. That's hacks, man. That's hacks. But yeah, I just called you in, just for a quick bit of banter. But ultimately, I'm gonna end the race or end the stream. So, any last requests before I boot you out?
Come to see my P1 in Silverstone ACC.
Oh, when's that?
Monday.
Oh yes, that's right. I should know that. I'm streaming it. That's right.
I know.
Yeah, I never got. I don't think I got speaking to you after the SC race, so I can kind of interview you. Well, not interview you, but talk about it now. That was a really impressive performance by yourself and Timo, and I think I did. Did I interview you for that race?
You did. I was gonna redo the interview for the kegs.
All right. So that was a fantastic launch off the line in the what track was it? It was
Brandon's Hatch.
Brandon's Hatch. Getting the launch off the line on Timo, and I thought you actually had the move done, but he was able to fight back, and it pretty much you just pretty much finished in P2, really.
Yeah. I was heading for a bit, but then into turn 3, I broke a bit late, and then lost a bit of stability. So I was about to go into the grass. I was like, oh no, I've seen this one before. I'm about to finish P20.
Well, I can tell you, Milos, that I have some background info. Well, not info, but a background comment that he won't mind me telling you. That I was talking about the performance of yourself and Timo, and pretty much everyone, because there was quite a lot of good performances in that SE race with Mr. Bance, and he says, to be honest, Tipsy, I would have clapped them all. That's what he said.
That's an objective, because I molested him in the practice race we did.
Well, to be fair, I said to him he probably would have, so I have to put my cards on the table. I'm not.
We'll see in Silverstone.
We'll see in Silverstone. Yes, Mr. Bance is pretty handy in the what car is he driving? The Porsche.
The
Porsche. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. So you're setting me up nicely, Milos, for this, because how I finish my streams is basically informing the people, all 5 people watching, one of them of which is me, that. Tomorrow is what day? Friday. What happens tomorrow? Is there any races tomorrow?
No.
Okay, so tomorrow there's no racing, but on Saturday we have Tier 1 SLR, and I think that's it. I don't think there's any other tiers. We have Tier 1 SLR, where I will be taking part, finishing last as always, and then on Sunday we have the Tier 2 to SRL. And then after that we have the Tier 1 to SRL, where I'll be finishing last again. And then on Monday, everyone, whilst we are all confined to our homes, plenty of stuff to watch. The action doesn't end there, because on Monday I will be back again to punish the ears of everyone with probably an hour-long stream, maybe a lot more longer, of Assetto Corsa, where we will see Milos do the big clappage in Silverstone. So tune in for that. That is it for this stream. I think normality will be restored next week with Bance and Bailey. If not, I may be available. Hopefully you'll have maybe someone like Triton or even Milos if you're about. If you're not yeeting around on the track, you can join me for next weekend. But that is pretty much it. I can never really end the stream, Milos. I never really know how to end them. I can start them and I can do the middle bit, but the ending bit I can't do. So I think I'll just say, with that being said, auf Wiedersehen.